Hello everyone, how's it going? How's everyone doing? Today's date is January 13th, 2023, and today we got a special thing we're doing. Today we have a special thing that we're going to do. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be really fun and interesting for you guys because you guys are going to know the goal and the object of this is to get to know more of me. Get to know more of me and what I think, what I believe, and just an overall perspective of me. Cole Clark activated. Just an overall perspective, image, just to get a whole all that into one. Just all that. Get to know more about me and more of me. So today we're gonna be going through the logo, my logo, that I'm gonna put somewhere on the screen, either here, anywhere on the screen. I'm gonna put it so you guys see if you haven't seen it before. But it's been everywhere. It's on my Instagram. It's on my YouTube channel. It's everywhere. You see it everywhere. Even on my Xbox gamer picture, it's there, and it's very out there, and it's in multiple different platforms. So you guys probably seen it already, but here it is, and we're gonna be going through it. So what I got right now. So I got my logo on my screen here, so we can go into like really in-depth detail about what everything means, because literally everything in this photo, everything in this logo, everything in this piece of art means something. It means something to me, and it means a lot to me, and that's why I put it. That's why it was created. That's why it was developed. It means something to me. So it's very special in a meaningful way. So I'm gonna explain it. And so far, I don't miss anything. I want to say. I have what I'm going to say to you guys on my laptop, so I don't miss it. But so boom, we're just gonna get into it. So let's get into it. Let's get into the words. So the words in orange. So there's three different patterns, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words in total. But they all mean they mean different things, but they all kind of mean the same thing at the same time. So let's start with turned on. So turned on. What does turned on mean? So when you think of turned on, think of a switch. Think of a light switch. And actually, a little bit sidetracked, but not all the way. Do you see the button where it says activated? So this is gonna come to play here. But turned on, think of a switch, think of a button. When you turn on a switch, when you turn on a button, what happens? What exactly happens when you do that? Well, when you turn on a light switch, the light goes on, and it's like this. No matter what day it is, no matter what time it is, no matter where you are, you turn on the switch, it turns on. So that could be, no matter how you're feeling, no matter what your current emotion is or whatever, you always show up and you always give it, that 100, 110%, 120%. You're always engaged, always into it. You always give in that 120, 130, 150%. You just turn yourself on, make yourself present in the moment, enjoy the moment, learn from the moment, and that's what you do. So that's turned on. Tuned in. So when I game and when I'm in situations, especially when I'm game, all I see is this. So all I see is this. Tuned in. All I see is the screen. I immerse myself in the game, and I immerse myself in the screen in the game. All I see is this. Why I'm doing this is like it's blocking my peripherals, but like this is right here. All I see when I do this, all I see is the screen. All in my hands I'm seeing is the screen. So I'm immersing myself in what's happening. I'm in the game. So I immerse myself in the game. I am in the present moment. All I think about is this. Is the task ahead, is the challenge, the opportunity, is this. What is God giving me to this moment? And I'm just taking it all in, and I'm just being fully present and fully engaged. So I'm honed in. There might be things that that are on my mind at a given moment, or might be things I'm thinking about, or anything, but I'm tuned in. So I feel like I'm in the game. Doesn't matter what, like I said, especially when I'm gaming, I'm like this. But it goes for every moment. I try, to be there and to be fully me at that moment, and to appreciate and to be thankful for that moment right there. That is me. That is me. So that's turned on. That's tuned in. And activated. Activated. That's the one word that describes me. That is me. That's just me. And the button there for the I is made for that reason. That light switch and that turned on meaning. So that is there for a reason. So activated is me. Activated is me. Activated is me. Activated is me. I take pride in who I am and who I am becoming. I pursue everything with grit, hard work, determination, love, grateful, thankful, and honor and pride and everything. Activated is just me. There's no other word that describes me. No other word, no other better word in the entire vocabulary that describes me. Activated. It's just that word. It's just it will be me. It will be me, and you will see this word like a lot of times. Like a lot of times. It's just me. Because when I and another funny thing you guys probably notice when I'm gaming is, and this goes with me, when I game, I do not realize, but I make these funny ass faces, like my tongue sticks out, I might be blinking, I make these funny ass facial gestures that I don't even realize. Because why? Because I'm turned on, I'm tuned in, and I'm activated in the game. Because I'm just in the game. I'm just in the game. Like I'm just in the game, and I feel like I'm the character playing, and I just do these facial expressions when I play the. I do the funny facial expressions when I'm in the game, playing the game, like subconsciously. I don't even think about it. That's just how my body is. That's just how when I'm doing certain moves in the game, and my body, myself, I just do these expressions just like that. And it just happens. It just happens because why? Because I'm activated. Because that's why. Because I'm in that situation, and I'm taking everything in that situation, and I'm doing everything I can to excel in that situation. I'm doing everything I possibly can to excel and to help people, help the team, help everyone excel in this situation, help them grow and help them excel. Because so that's why. That's what it means. That's what the words mean. That's what the words mean. So you have the words and you have the meaning. So now they bond together, and now you guys could resonate with this and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense, and you guys now understand what's happening here. So that was the good thing to go through first. So now let's go through the images. Let's go through the images here. So we got Spider-Man. So Spider-Man, like, it's a really great movie. Better character, good movie, great character, better human. Spider-Man is just awesome. So when I see Spider-Man, I see kindness. He's, in the movie, he's always helping people. He's always helping anyone. He's always helping the little guys. Excel. By little guys, I mean maybe like they say help the little guys like in the movie, but it could be an elder, it could be an elder, it could be a person walking down the street, it could be just anyone, just helping the general public, helping everyone. And Spider-Man being who he is, he gives off a badass personality, and that's why he is in my logo. That's why he is in this piece of art. That's why he's in this creation. So you think of Spider-Man, you think of kind. Want to be kind every day. You want to be kind every day. Every interaction, every situation, you have to be kind. You hear that saying a lot. If you want to be treated a certain way, you have to reciprocate. I think reciprocate is the word I'm looking for. You have to give. If you want to receive kindness, you have to be kind. So kindness is really, really good. So kindness is one trait that is in me and that I want to keep, and I strive to be kind every day with everything. Call of Duty Ghost logo, right there. Let's move to that. So when you see that, think of family. Family is the fucking world. Family means the freaking world to me, and it will always be my every family. All the family. My parents, my siblings, my cousins, my aunties, my uncles, all the family. And that even includes the bestest friends, like the bestest of friends, like the greatest friends. It even includes that. So Call of Duty Ghost is actually a wicked Call of Duty. A wicked Call of Duty. Wicked Call of Duty. And I really mean this. When I first played Ghost, I didn't kind of sort of. I hopped on the bandwagon of like, no, it's not one of the greatest Call of Duties. It's, I made a bunch of excuses, but really, truly, Call of Duty Ghost is one of the best Call of Duty of all time. Because why? Because they really show you, they really give you and show you, the, what's the, Call of Duty Ghost is literally the best Call of Duty because they demonstrate the value of a team, a unit, and a family, and a strong family, a strong family. They really shine a light on that. They really shine a light on it, and it's super important, super important because everything involves family. Everything. Everyone has everyone has masters, and every masters has masters, and they need the family dynamic. They just, it's truly an essential thing to us. We need that family bond and chemistry. We need somebody to go to, and when things get tough, or when we have a question, we need someone to be there for us. It's just super essential. And what Call of Duty Ghost did with this story is it's a family. It's two brothers and a father, and the Walker family, and they just made it as a family. And you play as one of the brothers, and your brother is alongside you in most of the missions, and you play with your father as well. You play with your family, you play with your father, you play with your family, and it's just such a, you never forget your family, never forget about your family, always remember your family. It's just such a special thing. You always have to consider your family, always, everything. Always have to consider your family in every decision you make. You have to consider it. You have to think about them, and you just have to love them. You have to be with them and love them. So Call of Duty Ghost, and it's a wicked story mode. Wicked. It literally touched my heart, and it's a really great Call of Duty. And also, talking about Call of Duty Ghost, they have extinction mode, which they call it. In previous Call of Duties they have zombies, but in this one they have it's like an alien mode. It's called Extinction. Very interesting mode. I actually got one of the DLC packs for it. One of the DLC Extinction DLC packs for it, and if you get a map to it, and it's very fun. It's a very interesting aspect to the game, and it's different. That's a good word here too. Different. In the first Call of Duties there was zombies, there was special ops, but this was Extinction, and this is the only Call of Duty that has this type of extinction, this unique type of different other mode, secondary mode that you could play, secondary or an option mode that you could play. It's not zombies, it's Extinction. It's an alien mode called Extinction. So very interesting. So now let's move to Darth Vader. Let's move to Star Wars. So, oh, everything about Star Wars is super meaningful to me. Super meaningful. My family and I, we watch Star Wars, ever since I can't pinpoint the exact date that I first watched Star Wars, but it was in my childhood. And when I watched Star Wars for the first time, I was like, wow, this is some insane sci-fi. This is some insane sci-fi, sci-fi effects and stuff. The lightsabers and the blasters and the force, and I was just, my brain was like, this is super appealing, and I want to keep watching it and watching it and watching it and watching it. Like, it's very appealing, and I want to keep watching it. As I'm becoming more aged, as I'm becoming more experienced, and as the newer Star Wars has come to be, and they're made, I keep watching it and watching it and watching it, and I was like, wow, this Star Wars is not so much about the special effects. It's not so much about the force, moving objects and whatnot. It's literally about life, literally about growing up and development, character development, team development, character and team development. That's literally what it's about. Star Wars. And Darth Vader, which is which is in my logo, and like Anakin Skywalker. What an unbelievable character he is. What an amazing character he is. Just the way he develops, and they started off with Star Wars. They started off with A New Hope, and like the movie called New Hope, and then they made Star Wars when they first made Star Wars. Darth Vader was there, and he's one of the characters you see. But when you go to the prequels, when Anakin was just a boy, and then he was turning into like a teen and then adult. He was in that stage, and then he was like he was in adult stage. You see him progress, and that's one of the things with movies that really gets me. You really gets me. It really gets me thinking. When you see a character develop, and you see him build. You see him or her. You see them build, and you see them with everything their choices they made, and their actions they took, and you see him assess them. And you see him assess them, and you see him assess them, and then you see him take action towards it, and then you see him with their mistakes and what they do, and their reaction, and you see him just progress, you see him just rise, and then he keeps going and keeps going and keeps going and keeps going, and it's just super. There's a lot to Star Wars. There's a very lot. The person watching, you have to watch Star Wars. You have to watch Star Wars, and I'm not gonna tell you there's a specific order you have to watch it. I'm not gonna tell you there's a specific order you have to watch it. Which Star Wars you have to watch first, but you have to watch. You have to watch them. You have to just watch them, and you have to see. Try not to fully, understand or like fully try to get the grasp of what's happening at first. Just kind of let your brain kind of sponge it up and massage it. Kind of let it do that, and then if you want, second time, watch it a second time, a third time, fourth, fifth. Try to ask questions. Try to really feel what's happening. And another thing that Star Wars does really good is mentorship. The impact that mentorship has. Star Wars is they have like a master, and then they have like their the person. They have their apprentice, and what, and it's a constant learning from each other, but the master teaches their apprentice, you know, the ways of life. They teach him about everything, and the master teaches. What's cool is the master teaches the apprentice everything the master knows goes to the apprentice, and the master wants him or her to be for their apprentice to be better than them. You know how unselfish that is? You know how special, you know how inspiring that is? The master in Star Wars teaches everything they know to the apprentice, and they want them to be better than them. To be better. That's Star Wars. That is Star Wars. They want to take, the master wants to take everything of his learnings and even plus some. And he doesn't want all the bad, he doesn't want the bad. He doesn't want the ooey gooey, the negative stuff that happened to them, to their apprentice. They want their apprentice to skyrocket, to literally skyrocket. So Star Wars is just crazy, unbelievable. What an unbelievable story. And also, we're gonna conclude with that, with Star Wars. It's all about stories. It's all about stories. It's all about it's all about what you're going through, or your story you are, where you at your life, and your next steps, and how did it take, what kind of steps it took for you to get to where you are, and the people that came along with you, and the people that are there with you, and and it's about where you're going, and it's about keeping that direction, keeping that focus, and you keep that focus and direction and guidance by your mentors, by your masters. That's Star Wars. That's Star Wars. That's very Star Wars. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. So me in the middle here. I got a controller. I got my Xbox controller. I'm fist pumping in the air. I'm shouting because I just did an incredible play, and I got my headset on. That's me. So that is in the middle to follow Star Wars. That's me. That's me in the middle there, pumping my fist and just being in the present, doing something good for the people around me, doing something good for, could be a play I made on Call of Duty, could be anything, just doing great things, and just being proud of who I am and who I'm associating with, and just proud of the people around me. That's just who I am. I'm just proud. So that's me. So that's the logo. That's all in all. That is the meaning. That is the full representation meaning of the logo. So when you see this, if you come across this, in the game, if you're new, and you're just coming across me, and you see the logo for the first time, and you're wondering what does it mean? What behind the logo? Sentimental meaning behind the logo. What does it mean? That's what it means. And if you've known me for a while, if we're close, and you've seen this logo multiple times, I congratulate you. I congratulate you. Now you know all what the sentimental meaning it has on me. And I'm glad I'm happy I get to show you today. And so yeah, and the new year 2023, it's perfect time to do this. Perfect time to do this. So that was that. I hope you find this inspiring. I hope you find this, unique, cool, to go through with me. If you have any questions, anything, you resonate with me on some things, you want to ask me a question, go ahead, ask me a question. I'll do my best to answer. I'll answer it, very authentically and genuinely about my logo and about my thoughts and beliefs and about Star Wars. Or if you ask me about Star Wars, I will tell you anything about Star Wars. Literally tell you anything about Star Wars. But yeah, remember, stay turned on, tuned in, and activated.